Good evening. Good evening. We want to give a few people an opportunity to come on to join us on this live show. Topic tonight: what's going on in your home? A lot of things going on in the homes nowadays. A lot of things going on with the kids. You see, I got my handy dandy notebook with my questions in it, and we're going to talk about that. What's going on in your home? That's the topic tonight. What's going on in your home? And we're going to deal with two questions on tonight. Can we wait a few minutes? Wait a couple of minutes? Okay. We're going to deal with two questions tonight regarding that topic. What's going on in your home? Seeing a lot of things on the news. You know, we're waiting on people to come on, but we're seeing a lot of things going on the news with the kids. A lot of things going on in the household. And we're going to deal with that tonight. What's going on in your home? How about that, Mr. McKenzie?
What's going on in your home?
It's Mac time.
Mac time and Reality 101.
Mac time with Reality 101. Peace. What's going on in your home? So, let's get started. Mr. McKenzie, I've dealt with kids in my profession. You've dealt with kids in your profession. We have grown children of our own. We used to coach SYS track. Football and track. We've dealt with a lot of kids. We dealt with kids in church, with youth. We've worked with a lot of youth. Again, we have grown children of our own that we've raised. And we still deal with children from time to time. So we've seen a lot of things going on with kids that you can tell there's stuff going on in the home that shouldn't be going on. So the two questions we're going to deal with tonight that's the main topic. What's going on in your home? But the two questions we're going to deal with this evening is, what is your family atmosphere like? What is your family atmosphere like? What's going on? And then the second question is, who's in your household? Wow. What is your family atmosphere like? Who's in your household? I hope y'all can hear us because we got a little music going on in the background, and we just want to have a little good atmosphere here. So, what's going on in your home? Who's in your household? Mama, daddy, uncle. You know, a lot of people have uncles. You know, that's really mama's boyfriend. That's really mama's boyfriend. How many people are in your household? What is the atmosphere like? What is the tone like? Is it an atmosphere where people are getting along? Is it an atmosphere where there's a whole lot of people in one house and there's no peace in the house? What is the atmosphere like? Is there any peace in your home? Or is there a lot of strife in your home? Are parents fighting and bickering? Oh goodness, Miss McKenzie, you quiet over there. Is there domestic violence going on in the home? Why are you so quiet? Are the children getting enough to eat in the home? Are the parents at home with the children? Or are the children taking care of themselves? We see a lot going on in the news, and we asking that question, what's going on in your home? How are you contributing to society? What are you doing in your household that things will be a lot better when the kids go on the outside of the household? What are you doing inside of your house? Because we talked about that before. Charity starts at home and spreads abroad. Love. You got to have that discipline and that love in the household. We see a lot of bullying going on. We see kids committing suicide. What is going on in a home that will make a kid commit suicide? Now I can understand, and I know Mr. McKenzie been doing all the talking, and I'm not going to do all the talking tonight. But what makes a 12-year-old commit suicide? And I understand they've been bullied at school, but it should. I mean, and I'm not bashing parents or anything because I don't know. But there should be a place where if parents are being bullied in school, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If children are being bullied in school, look like they will be able to come home and talk to their parents about them being bullied. Don't it?
That's true. That's true. They should. We should.
Yeah, speak up, Miss McKenzie. We way back from the camera today.
We should have a great atmosphere in our homes, so that way anything that our kids are dealing with at school or abroad on the street, they can come home and be able to talk to their parents.
Right.
That's something we always had at our household. If our kids ever had a problem, regardless what it was concerning, they was able to come to us without us, talking bad to them or cursing them out.
Come on now.
That doesn't mean that they came to us with every problem they was having.
Right.
But we made it comfortable that anything they was going through, they was able to come to us and talk to us about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
and
go
see,
ahead.
When your kids come to you, and that's why I always say that in these videos we've been doing, we gotta take care of the lady of the house. We gotta take care of mom. Okay. Because mom is the foundation of the home.
Mother's Day coming up.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take care of you and my mom.
I know.
I'm gonna get you a box of candy, Dollar Cherry candy, covered candy.
Yeah, okay.
But we have to keep that. We have to keep that atmosphere so our kids can come to us. Yeah. And be able to talk to us. Right. And go back to what I was saying. That's why the mom, we got to take care of the lady of the house. Okay. That's why I'm always saying the lady got to be taken care of. Yeah. Because she's the foundation. When you get all this pressure on a mom, a single parent, it can be a married lady when she's going through so much. God didn't put the lady here for her to take care of all the financial, all the responsibility of the house, and the kids, and the husband or the boyfriend. He just didn't. Yeah. That's too much pressure. So when a kid come in and want to talk to mom, she goes off. She flies out the house. Yeah. But that's the time that we need to be open for our kids. Right. And like you said, but she's so stressed out. And I saw a survey one time, a stat about in the household, and it was talking about I don't know why it was a single black mom in the African American household, but the single black mom is one of the most stressed out in society. A single black mom, one of the most stressed out in society, raising children. I don't know why I didn't say white or Caucasian or anything or Mexican, but that's the stat that I saw, that the black woman, the single black mother is the most stressed out, and you just got to talking about that. And that's why so many are having heart attacks and strokes and cancer. Cancer comes from stress also. I heard that the cancer comes from stress. So it's a lot of things that the women are being stressed out about that they really don't have to be stressed out about. It goes back to the mom, and the mom just has the lady got so much pressure on her that that's why we gotta give her a lot more attention. That's why I always tell guys in everyday life, hey man, you got to take care of the lady. Like I said, when I was out doing what I was doing, I always took care of, my home. Right. Because it makes a difference when your home is in place. True. Yeah, it really does. It does. So let's talk about the so-called uncles that a lot of the kids call men that come in the household. Let me ask you this, because you're a man. When a woman is dating a man, on your expertise, when a woman is dating a man and she has children, whether there be girls or boys or whatever. Yeah, the boys go too. And sometimes they move them in before they get to know the men. Am I right? Yeah, that happens a lot. It goes back again that the mom is under so much pressure. The lady is under so much pressure that she just needs some help. She got so much burden on her. Okay. And when a man comes, you got to realize that go to mold man again. Okay. When the mold man come in, he gonna sell you for what he gonna tell you what you want to hear, but he don't have your best interest at hand. I know, and that's why it continues. It continues to just a revolving cycle, circle. It just keeps going on, and we won't address the issue. We talk about it, but we have to deal with it. That's the bottom line. And let me tell you something else I'm seeing too. Let me tell you something else I'm seeing with my own eyes. Okay. And I'm not going to get deep into it because we're not talking about this tonight. Okay. But it's something people need to know. Okay. It's a lot of gangs. It's popping up. They just popping up. They young. Okay. they young.
Okay. Now, where is that coming from? Why do you think there are so many gangs? I know you're not a gang expert, but you're a father. You've been out there. You've seen it. You've been in the midst of it. You've never been a gang member, but you've been in the midst of it. You've seen a lot of it going on. Why do you think there's so many gangs popping up? They're really young, too, like you say. Why is it? What's missing? What's going on to make the kids turn to gangs?
Wow, man, that's deep, Pastor. I mean, you got to be careful with that question because that's something I'm not.
I mean, you don't have to be expertise at it, but at the same time, you know what you could have turned to. I mean,
based on what I know and what I've seen and talking to guys, and man, see, this stuff is so deep.
I know. And that's what we want to deal with, though.
We talked about it. I don't want to prolong the videos, so I want to be short. But see, you get me to talk, and I get to talking.
I mean, we talk. I mean, that's your gift. You got the gift of gab and wisdom. So talk.
Man, I'm gonna tell you.
We just gonna stay on base. That's all.
What's going on?
Okay.
Man, let me see how to explain this and be short. A lot of people.
It's back time. Take your time.
A lot of kids are turning to gangs.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the family, the man is missing.
We've been talking about that, hadn't we?
And I'm gonna tell you, like I said before, it's so many young kids.
Okay.
I'm talking about all races of kids,
okay,
but especially black kids,
okay,
that doesn't have a father figure.
Yeah.
They want that father figure.
Right. They do. They say they don't. They say don't make a difference, but yes, they do.
Yes, they do. They do.
Yeah.
We all want that.
Right.
And when they see how things is done in real life,
mm-hmm,
for the school system and how life is not fair, how certain masses of people can stay on this side of town,
okay,
and they over here,
okay,
and they've been told to do the right thing, stay in school, and get education.
mm-hmm,
And based on their upbringing, they not strong enough and been showed in order to stay on their road long enough.
Based on the upbringing.
Based on the upbringing and what they've been told.
What do you mean upbringing? Like the environment they grew up in?
The environment they come in.
Oh, okay.
It works.
Okay.
But you got to stay focused.
Okay.
But it's hard to tell people to stay focused when they...
So much going on.
Much going on around in the house.
Right.
A lot of people don't have a decent place to sleep.
Come on now.
A lot of people don't have the food.
Come on now.
You got people staying in houses now, kids.
With no beds.
Sleeping on the floor.
Yes.
15, 20 people.
Come on now.
You got some young girls can't even rest at night because the man and other guy staying there is trying to get to them.
There's no privacy.
I'm telling you, it's deep, baby. This is something you have to do in a meeting of people, a group of people.
We will.
I mean, because it's hard. It's deep.
A round table,
just a round table
discussion. Yeah, it will.
I mean, and kids really want to do right, but like I said,
I believe that too.
It's the upbringing.
I believe that.
It's the place they're in.
Right.
Because see, I went through a lot of stuff that people told me, if you do this, you do this, and man, I hit a lot of bridges that just went from under me.
Yeah.
But I learned as I got older. Just stay consistent. Like everything that I ever done is paying off now.
Yeah.
You gotta stay consistent. No matter what people
No
matter what people say.
Yeah.
Or what
obstacle
coming your way.
Yeah.
Or how you come up.
Come on.
You just gotta believe in what you believe in.
Yeah.
You gotta have some wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta try to tell the truth.
Come on.
Tell the truth. And when you speak, be confident about what you're saying.
There you go.
Know what you're talking about.
Right. And you can't be confident if you don't know who you are.
There you go. You got to know who you are. And a lot of young folks just don't know who they are. They don't know who they are.
Yeah.
I see young guys every day.
Yeah.
I talked to 2 young guys today.
Okay.
And we talked about similar to what we're talking about now, not knowing they didn't know anything about this video was going to go. That we planned this 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm telling you, man, it's out there to be held.
Yeah.
But we got to come together. We got to quit running from it.
Yeah.
And that's include all races.
Right.
You can't leave people sitting here in the dump and think it's okay you sitting over here in the air-conditioned house.
Right.
Somehow we got to come all together. Mm-hmm. We got to quit being selfish.
Yeah.
Worrying about who going to come out on top.
Yeah.
And like I posted on Facebook once before, I said something. Every time something happens in the Black community, it's always someone step forward and try to be the leader. And guess what?
What?
They gain from it.
Oh.
Those Black families are still where they are.
Oh.
See, everything, we got to have some people with a heart like we have.
So people are capitalizing on.
They capitalize on the poor.
And
the poor. That's why I always tell the poor, because we poor, but we just a little borderline above poor. I'm just being honest about it. That's why we got to come together and we got to start talking and we got to start our own thing and quit thinking these folks on this side for self-gain is going to help us. You can do it yourself.
Yeah.
What we're doing now, other couples need to start doing it. Other people need to. I know people doing this.
Yeah.
But I just said we're doing it different.
Yeah. But you got to stay within your limits, your capacity.
Limits. It's so much we can do, so much you can take. Right. So when I do these videos, I know I'm not a great speaker. All I'm trying to do, and you're trying to do, is to get people to think, to take a look at it. Because it's a better life out here than living like nothing.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Yeah.
And people just, masses of people just forgot about the poor. And I know somebody saying now, well, the Bible always say the poor is going to be with us always. It's too many. That's my argument all the time. Ever since I know better, it's too many. It's going to always be people, young folks get in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's too many.
Yeah, right. Right. And he said the poor will always be with him because there will always be people who choose to be in the situation they in. When I say choose to be in that situation, don't want to do anything about it. That's what I mean. They don't want to do anything about it. Because I've heard homeless people say before, I've heard this with my own ears. I would rather be out here in the street because there's too many problems. Like I got to pay all them bills and I got to worry about. I mean, it's sad, but I've heard this before. I got to pay all these bills. I'm fine out here just like I am. I saw a man on the news the other day. I've been homeless for 18 years.
Okay, back to this story. I can't think of his name now. I should have wrote it down and had it on paper.
Okay.
At one of the graduations of Memphis University.
Okay.
And some people probably know what I'm talking about. It's a white guy.
Okay.
He started college. Mm-hmm. I think it was 2007, 2008. He gave his minister speech.
Okay.
And he dropped out because he got on drugs.
Okay.
But the guy since went back to school, got his bachelor's degree.
Wow.
But when he started going back to college, he was staying in a homeless shelter and he got a bike out the dump. This is a guy graduated from Memphis University, just graduated the weekend with his master's. So what I'm saying, you can be in that situation, but if you want to come out, you can come out. You just got to make your mind up and define who you are and roll with it.
Yes.
And roll with it.
Yes. And it still matters what goes on in your home, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It does. It does matter. It does matter. But like I said, you got to make up your mind. But we're focused on tonight that with the kids, we want the parents. Like, okay, let me do this. As a woman, this is what I want to tell the ladies, and I want you to talk to the guys. Okay? This is what I want to tell the ladies. Ladies, if you have girls, now you talk to about the little boy. If you have girls in your home and you have someone in your home, boyfriend, live-in man, whatever you want to call it, Uncle Dindy, or whatever his name is. Your young lady, I'm stuttering because I'm trying to see how to put it. Your young lady needs a safe place. She needs a place of privacy where she'll be able to go in her room at night if she need to, lock her door, that the person that you don't quite know yet can come in, and I'm for self-experience.
Girls need their own privacy. Self-experience,
okay? They need their own privacy. You got all kind of people coming in and out of your house. Come on now. And you're not at home and they're able to do what they want, go back and forth. You don't know what's going on in your household. So they need a place where they can have their own privacy, especially if they're of age and they've come into their womanhood. their femalehood, they need a place that they can be able to have that privacy. They need that bathroom themselves. They need their own room, if possible, or share with their sister. But they need that space. And again, I'm saying this from experience. They need to be able to have a place where they can lock their doors and have their privacy. Because if you have this man in your house and you really haven't got to know him, and you move him in after 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 2 months or whatever, and you haven't got to know him and you haven't paid any attention to him, Lord have mercy, and you really, again, haven't got to know him, you don't know what he's planning on doing. That's all I'm saying. You got to really be careful. You got to know what's going on in your home, and leaving them at home with him, and you hadn't got to know him yet. And like you said, the mole man, and you know, he done sized them up, and just go on and work, and I'll stay here with them. They'll be fine. Your little bitty kids, from your little bitty ones all the way up to the teenagers, they sizing them up. They seeing what it is they want, and next thing you know, something that happened that you didn't plan on happen. And uncle then did something you didn't plan. Uncle, when I say uncle, I'm talking about the name they give the boyfriends now.
A lot of times,
back then too.
A lot of times, a man chooses a woman not because of her, but because of those.
Ooh, that's good right there.
Yeah.
Or her sons.
Yeah. Or
her sons. Yeah. Because you got some that'll mess with the girls, and we got one that will mess with the girls and the boys.
Just a child.
Yeah, so they know how to size you up. Like you said, the mole man know how to size you up, know what you know. I mean, like you said, they're having a hard time.
That's why
he got a job. You know, he's I'm gonna take care of y'all. I mean,
the mole man gonna give you the good story. And I'm telling people laugh about the mole man, but that mole man is something, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And people, that's why I always say the man got to step up.
Yeah.
The man have to step up.
Right.
He's got to do a better job.
Right.
Or taking care of his family.
Right. Yeah.
If he bring a seed here, he needs to take care of it.
Yes.
And I say this to all young men too. And I used to not be good at it. I made a lot of the bad decisions. I just recently, the last few years, started making good decisions. Whatever you get, pay for it. Mm-hmm. Always try to pay your bills on time. If you got a job, go to work and do your job. Yeah. And be the best at your job.
Yeah.
But man, I got so much stuff I'm gonna share with you all. And some of you all probably can tell that I'm not comfortable tonight because I got a lot of stuff going through my mind. But my wife wanted me to go ahead and do this video, so I decided to go ahead and do it. But I got a lot of stuff I can share with you guys, with just people in general, by how I do life and how it works for me. I want to share some stuff with you now, but this ain't the time to share it with you. But if you just stay focused and take care of your business, see, anything ain't done, it's not going to be done until you get it done. If you know you're in a place now where you don't have a job, or life seems like it ain't treating you right, start tomorrow, man, and make it happen for you.
Yeah. You
got to deal with the problem. Problems ain't going nowhere until you deal with them.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're going through
deal with you.
If you're going through the court system, man, go through the court. Go to court. Go see your judge or whoever. Take care of it. If you don't go, it prolongs it.
Yeah.
Go take care of it. If you got a bill due, you got the money. Don't be walking around here with a wad of money in your pocket. Go and pay your bills. Just take care of your business. If you got some kids, like I said before, don't matter what kind of lady she is, man, take care of your kids. I just can't see how, man, and I know in some cases, guys have problems. I understand that. I'm not bashing anybody. Yeah. But if you able to take care of your kids, man, take care of your kids because that's your responsibility. That's why the household is so far gone now. Right. And like I said earlier, it's so many gangs is popping up now. And these gangs is popping up now. These young guys, like I heard a couple of nights happen here over to in Memphis, over at the Crosstown Concourse building on off of Watkins. Yes, and I had told my wife when we was coming, when we was in Miami one day, I said, babe, you know, I'm seeing this here. I said, I'm seeing a lot of different gangs pop up. And I won't get into detail because that's their business. That make them comfortable. That's them. But I'm just saying, we got to be aware of what's going on. You know, school is finna be out now. You need to get order in your household. and set your kids down and talk to them.
Yes.
Because it's probably going to be a lot of kids that come out of school the next week or two won't be going back because they're going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. That's sad. That's sad.
We gotta do something, man. I'm telling you, the politicians, the churches can't do it all.
Right.
We got to start within the neighborhood ourselves. Just example,
and
where we stay at.
Yeah.
We should be starting something right here on this street.
Yeah. You're right.
Which we don't have a lot of kids on our street. But what I'm saying, people got to start within.
Right.
You can't, well, my kid okay. Your kid might be okay, but your kid might be hanging with somebody that's not okay.
Right. And if you did something to help your kid to be okay, you ought to be willing to help somebody else's kid be okay.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You know, like you just said, we can't be selfish. You know, life is not just about us and our household. We start with our household, and then you're supposed to move on out into the community. I mean, the Bible says, "Love the Lord, and then love your neighbor as you love yourself." And go ahead.
And they need to teach their kids responsibilities.
Yes.
See, when kids learn responsibility, they do better too.
Yes, they do.
You know, we care our kids, and we just do everything for them. We don't take time out to hear what they got to say. We just buy them and get them what they want, and they just out of control.
Yeah.
And we got to get the kids under control.
Right.
You can't save every kid, but it's a lot of kids you can help. It's a lot of kids won't help. Yeah. I see a lot of grown man, that they really want to do different.
Right.
But really, a lot of them don't know how.
Right.
I'm serious. They don't know how.
Yeah.
And they want somebody to tell them. They call me old head.
Just to sit and think.
I have guys all the time say, "Hey, Mr. James, can I get your number?" I give them my number.
Yeah. If you don't know, you can't do.
You can't do better if you don't know better. You can't do better.
Wow. It's got it's something, you know, and I can't get over again and start in your own household. Know what your kids are doing. What is it? What news channel is that? They say it's 10 o'clock. Channel 3 says 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Yeah. Do you know where your kids are? And that's true. I mean, do you know where your kids are? You should know where your kids are. You should have tabs on your kids. If you get your kids a cell phone, you ought to have that whatever that tracking device thing, the app or whatever that goes. You ought to know that. What's going on in your household? Are your children doing their homework? Are they in bed on time? I mean, it's a whole lot of things to deal with. Again, what are they eating? Are they eating things that'll make them be able to think correctly when they go to school? I worked in the school system, and I mean, for 6 years, and I saw kids come to school hungry. I mean, you can't concentrate if you're hungry. I had kids that worked in city school and worked in Tipton County school system. I mean, I had kids that come to school crying, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? You know, my mama didn't come home last night, or my mama boyfriend was over. I mean, it's sad. I mean, even think about it now. You don't want to be getting emotional, and I don't plan on getting emotional, but I think about the kids that were in my classroom and would come, and I mean, you don't ask them their problems, but they don't have their mamas at home because the mama's with the boyfriend. I've had a 5-year-old and his 6-year-old were at home by themselves all night long because mama was out at the club with her boyfriend. And he would come to, they would come to, you know, one would come to school on a Monday and hungry and clothes dirty. Child, why are your clothes dirty? My mama didn't come home. I mean, it's so much going on in a home. Man, woman. Nothing going on in your life is more important than your kid. The club is not more important than your kid. A ding-a-ling is not more. I'm just gonna say it. A ding-a-ling is not more important than your kids. Some cookies, that's not more important than your kids. Your kids are important. You got to spend that quality time because you never know. Kids are getting burnt up in houses because the negligence and all of this stuff is going on. What is going on in your household?
And let me say this too, Ms. Fairley.
Woo.
And see, I always say it this right here. If people house is not in order, they got bills need to be paid.
Right.
Their kids need stuff for school or need stuff for everyday life.
Right.
And I always said this: people that struggling, and everybody got a right to have fun. I just don't think it makes sense if you out partying
your kids.
And your kids at home without supervision.
Nothing to eat.
Nothing to eat.
Come on.
Why would you go out on weekends?
Come on.
And buy an outfit to party when your kids need at the house?
Something's wrong. It's got to be up here.
Yeah,
I know it's upbringing, but
it's a lot of it is mental also.
Yes.
Yeah, that's our biggest problem here in this country.
It is
mental. A lot of stuff that we can get better at and we can help one another, but it's mental. That's what I say again, that people can make a difference. Keep sliding this stuff down the road. Slide. They just keep sliding it down.
Right.
And people keep wondering what's going on. Then when election comes, they run their election based on they're going to change these things. All they're going to do is keep sliding. Somebody got to stand up, which is the community.
Yeah.
The people is going through this here. They got to start rallying and coming out and saying, we're tired. We're not going to do it anymore. This is what we're going to do. This is what y'all are going to do.
Yeah.
And see, I'm going to say this too. Well, I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that alone. But the people go out and party. It don't make sense. Right. You shouldn't. If you got issues going on at your home and you lacking bill money, you shouldn't be rewarded to go out and party.
I agree.
And when we was raising our girls, if our girls couldn't be neat and clean or new clothes, we wouldn't buy new clothes.
Right.
Our kids would get stuff before we got stuff.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not going to be dressed up and then my kids looking tagged.
Exactly.
I'm not going to do that.
Exactly.
And we always done that.
And letting your kids go over everybody's house.
Yeah. We didn't
spending the night. We didn't do that. And again, we saying what we didn't do.
Yeah.
We can go back, experience how we raised our kids. Letting your kids go to everybody's house, spending the night, all this kind of stuff. You don't know what's going on in somebody else's house unless you're there. I don't care how well you know the people. You really don't know. We good on time? You really don't know what's going on in somebody else's house unless you're there. Stop letting your kids go over everybody's house. I need a break too. Okay, that's understandable, but you don't need no break every weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't need a break every weekend.
But if your household is not right, you don't deserve to have a good time. I know people gonna get upset about that.
Well,
if someone else taking care of your kids and you're not providing for your kid, you shouldn't be out.
Right.
I mean, you got new shoes, new outfits on, and your kids walking around right.
Come on.
Yeah, we just out of order, man. We just gotta come together, and like I said, starts at home. But people that's doing well gotta start trying to bring on some people that want to do right. I'm not talking about the people enjoy what they doing. If that's what they do and they comfortable, let them stay right there.
Yeah.
But it's people want to come up.
Right.
And and if people are doing good, need to give them a helping hand.
Yeah. There's a saying that's been said for a long time. It takes a village to raise children. You remember growing up, and everybody knew everybody in the neighborhood. And if you did something, of course we know it started at home. But if you did something you had no business doing, and Miss Gertrude next door saw you doing something you had no business doing, Miss Gertrude, knowing she was a good person, Miss Gertrude, I'm just a name. She was given the right to whoop your behind, right? Yeah. And then she will take you home. And then you get another whooping. It wouldn't see. This is another problem. It wouldn't be that. Don't be putting your hands on my child. Ain't nobody. They took the discipline out of school, and kids got worse. They said prayer. Yes, prayer was one of the things. But you can pray. You can pray anywhere. But that was one of the things. They took the prayer out of school. Yes, they did, and they took the discipline out of school. Now I've heard parents say, "I don't want them whooping my children. I don't want nobody putting their hand in my children." That was one of the worst things they did. Because if you're not disciplined at home and they're not getting that discipline at school, and I know everybody at school ain't right. I know, I've been there. I know that. I know teachers lie too. I've heard them lie. I write them in my face and try to get me to lie too, and I didn't go for it. But I'm just telling you, like you said, we got to get back to the place where we're raising our kids. We're training them up like the Bible says, train them up in the way they should go, the right way that they should go. And when we train them up, they're going to go in that right way. And then you want to get to know the people in your neighborhood that the kids are outside playing with.
And let me suggest this too. To the people who are doing well and they know the way life is going with certain people, it's not right. It's not fair. It's not right. Instead of everybody want to talk with the kids, why don't we people talk to the parents and see what they can do to help the parents come along See, it's people out here. I see people every day, and I hear them talk about, well, I helped so and so got this job, $100,000, $50,000 job, and people offer me jobs all the time.
Yeah.
Here, I have people that I pick up sometime come here, and they be running companies, and they said, I said, you blah blah. They said, yeah, you looking for a job? I said, no, I just know somebody. Oh, okay.
But you know what I've learned in my experience, James? One of the hardest things it is, and I'm going to say this, one of the hardest things it is to get the parents who are not willing and ready to do right by their kids to listen.
They got to, because we constantly losing our kids.
But see, this is the thing. I mean, from teaching at the community center and being at church, and sometimes parents will send their kids to church, or they'll let you come pick them. I'm just telling the truth. Or they'll let you come pick their kids up, and they'll stay at home. If you're gonna go to church, your child ought to be going to church with you. If your child going to church, exactly. If your child going to church, then you ought to be going to church with your child. I mean, because we just heard about what happened in Covington here about the bus driver that molested the wasn't that a church bus?
He was a youth pastor or something.
At church.
Pastor at the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, it's okay if you know these folks, huh? Allegedly. They got to make sure I said it. I'm sorry. Allegedly. But I mean, sending kids to church instead of coming to church with them. Or you going to church and kids still at the house. Why would you get up and go to church, leave the child at home in the bed, doing whatever they want to do, and then you say, why they doing this? And you get home, I'm just saying, and you get home, then at home. The household got to be in order. Yeah. There's got to be some discipline. You can't say, don't do what I do what I say. That's messed up. Yeah. Whoever first said that should have had their butt kicked. You can't say, don't do what I do what I say. That's stupid. And parents are still saying that.
We gotta do something. And I just, in closing, I just say it again. People that's able, we gotta do something. You can't keep running to one side of the town and leaving these people here. I hear people all the time talk about the education system. It's not right. It's not fair. We gotta do something, you all.
Yeah.
We gotta do something outside talking.
Yeah.
And I guess you're saying, what are we gonna do? It ain't a day go by. We don't look into what we can do.
Yeah.
But when I do something, I want to make a difference.
Right.
And this thing about if I can help one, no, I don't want to help one. I want to help a lot.
Yeah.
I want to help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because we can make a difference.
Right.
But the parents got to decide that they ready to do right.
Right.
Because the worst thing to do is go to a child that's been killed, been shot, a drive-by or a funeral. It's terrible. Yeah. To go to a kid's funeral.
It is. Because I mean, I'm in my experience teaching in the community center and having a kid, like I said, having the kids to come and you talk to the kids, about doing better in their community and staying out of gangs, but they go right back home to big brother who's in a gang.
Yeah. Or
grown dads in a gang, 45 and 30-some years old and in a gang. So it's one thing to teach the kids, but the kids are going back to an environment that they can't deal with. And they don't know how to deal with.
That's true.
So we have to deal with the parents. We have to deal with the parents and deal with the kids. So we're gonna talk about it some more.
Yeah, it's working until they come here.
We're gonna talk about it some more. And thanks you guys for watching. Comment, like, share, tag. This is part one of this subject, what's going on in your home. We got several other issues that we want to deal with regarding what's going on in your home, okay?
And can I say this in closing too?
Yes, sir.
And I would say this to the parents. If you have young teenagers, especially boys around the house, and get them a lawnmower, make sure, and get them to start cutting yards. I mean, just start with your yard. Mm-hmm. And I used to tell people also, and I did it myself, get with people who cut yards and let your kid work for free a week or two.
You can get a lawnmower for $25
to learn how to work. You get what people know what they're doing. They are teaching, learning what they're doing. And hey, detailing cars, man, you can do all that stuff, man. You'd be surprised how much money you can make in cleaning cars, cutting yards. I mean, it's just a lot of ways making money, but you just got to be willing to do it. I know it's easy for me to say once again, because I'm the guy that's addicted to work. Man, but working solves a lot of problems. It takes up a lot of your time. And then if you out there working and making good money or decent money, man, you ain't going to want to do those bad things. You're going to want to try to live right because, once you get a taste of that money, man, and that money get consistent and you go to getting things that you've been wanting, you ain't got to steal or take from no one else. Yeah. Man, that's the best feeling you can ever have right there, working, making your own money.
Yes. So what's going on in your home? We're going to talk about it some more. This is part one of this topic, what's going on in your home. And we're going to talk about some more of those issues, some things that we really need to talk about, and we will. So we couldn't see everybody that came on tonight, but we thank you for joining in. We got the video, the camera kind of far off, so we can't see everybody that joined in and said hello. So thank you guys so much for joining in. It's been Mac Time with Reality 101, and we will talk to you the next time.
Peace, baby.
Peace out. God bless. Hit that button, honey. Now I turned it on. You could have turned it off. A mess.